Hello. Yeah, been a little bit since we worked on this. That's what I'm gonna do today. Because I finally have the right color brown. I finally got the right color brown in. Yeah, I'm using DMC thread. And every time I ordered this, I ordered it twice through Amazon. And I got two different color browns in each. And I ordered it through a craft store near me. Finally got this. But they don't keep bread in stock. It's by like a by order basis. And I also got new threaders, which are weird and very tiny. My camera doesn't focus. It's fine. Yeah. I want to try and finish this before my stream on the 13th June. So I'm going to mostly be working on him. Maybe I'll pull out my leaves, but I'm just going to mostly sit here and forget that I'm streaming and forget to talk and be even remotely entertaining. Nice chillness before I go suffer through my schoolwork. Yeah, it depends on how much schoolwork I get done after this stream. Yeah, there we are. I think it's not you, not you. You're too small. You? Yeah, it's you. My wife has just run away with the embroidery stuff, which is fine. She's a very crafty person, but she didn't expect to enjoy embroidery as much as she does. She's got a lot of projects finished. A lot more projects than I have finished. I have started a lot of projects, which... Oh, that's what I thought. I get a lot of ideas, and then I don't know what to do with those ideas once I start with them. I don't think this threader is going to... Oh, it did! It works. It just seemed a little small. I haven't figured out how I'm going to deal with my dude's hand. I look at this every now and again, and I'm like, I'll figure it out later. And then I don't figure it out later. But it's mostly because fingers are very small and thin. All right, let's see. Where am I? Mm-hmm. Oh no, needle, come back. Come back. There we go. Oh, triangle section. At this point, I'm just using a lot of different variations of short stitch and hoping it works out. little further. If I had a better microphone. Pull the thread. Fabric. Board. That's a really nice sound. You should go look if you've got the time or inclination. Come on. I think one of my problems is thread. Paranoid wasting. Keep moving it out of the camera. But it's whatever. It's fine. I almost went through the back end. Need to go through the front. I also don't have a camera for nails. Which could be apologizing for. Shouldn't be apologizing. Best with what I have. Come on. Forward. There we go. Oh wait, no, I have to do a forward stitch. What am I doing? This one. I don't think I made that long stitch long enough. I'm gonna just some shenanigans and say that long stitch. Nah, it's fine. I'm around. I'm around. Yeah. Did you want up here? Did you want to be internet famous, kitten? Go ahead. Go be internet famous. No? Alright. I'm gonna go back to my thing then. Mhm. Oh yeah. Oh, wait, no, this should be it. Yeah, it's whatever. You just continue on. I got this. It's fine. Yeah, I got a problem with starting things because I want to practice finishing them. Did interesting stitch. I can do my little leaf project, which I'll try out later today. I can get enough of my uh, pushed through, done, finished, completed, whatever word you prefer. I'm sure at some point someone the right category. That's fine. I think makers are. It feels like a category. Go through there. Fine. Great. But yeah, I figured hobbies would be more relaxing for a game. I needed some relaxing. Nice and chill. This will innate and mine's so easily frustrated by it. Which I shouldn't be frustrated by it. It's a lot of writing, just writing classes. But I detest writing a passion. Cannot bring myself writing. Granted, that's just right. I do enjoy reading. I will happily read random crap. I used to read encyclopedias. Also shows my age because I read physical encyclopedias, actual Britannicans, which you would think would know more things. Don't. I enjoyed the act of reading. Sometimes I would learn something. It was impressive. But most of the times I would just info dump. Finish reading a particular insight. Toss that information out the window. I hear you yelling. What's wrong? Is it because you did not receive your tub time this morning? I honestly can money on a better camera setup. 4 days. I should probably start doing projects on just for the sake of doing them. But yeah, I thought about spending money. Camera set, crafty. But then I remembered in about 4 months, and I realized that not afford to waste money like that. Yeah, I know, you want the thread. You see me, you're like, Father, you're playing with thread. I too wish to play with it. I have somehow tied a knot. How in the world did I do that? Ah, there he goes. Yeah, I know, you want the thread in my hand. You're like, I deserve this. I see you playing with it, so I should too get to play with it. I would move the camera so you could see that. Setup for this, which isn't all that. Get an embroidery stand. Camera just straight down. I think that. But when I do make them longer, I feel like they're too long. That just might be overactive brain. Do not sit on your cat box like I have not cleaned that 3 times this morning. I will take a break in 40 minutes, kitten, and I will clean your cat boxes again. Yeah, I think embroidery finished. It's here, solid, steady. Much more interesting to view on stream. Ow, my hand! That was my microphone. Much more interesting. We'll find like something for embroidery. Part of streaming it, hoping you're like, hey, I also embroider. I think you should probably try this. Based on needle and thread, you should do this. I somehow tied another knot. I have. How do I keep doing this? See, this is why I went through so much thread the first time. I thought I would have finished the jacket with the amount of thread that I originally had, and I didn't, because I kept tying knots with my thread. Somehow, yes, I'm both unhappy. No, maybe. Sort of. Aha! I have untied the knot. Successful. Correcting my mess up. You know what I really like seeing though? Looking at embroidery work. Really like is seeing them have a photo of the back of their work. Because it makes me so happy to know the back of embroidery is generally ugly. Unless you're, you know, spending 15 years doing embroidery work and you know the ins and outs of every or most. Also realize I'm not very fast compared to others. I think it's a problem. Or just hobbies in general, and I'm not that cool. Yet, more than likely, practicing hobby years 20, 30 hours or more. Sake of sharing myself, their expertise as a beginner. Shite. Back to trying that hobby. Trying to avoid here. Try to find new. But makes it hard. Stitch work. That is nowhere near where I. There we go. Honestly, at this point, I am more excited. My wife gotten far in all this work than. And I've done it again. Tied a knot. How have I done this? Better at untying them. Yeah, look at that. Undone. One here on probably blue for all the artsy people. Embroidery work or man's, woman, I don't know. It's a face on the internet. Made a butterfly and I was like, oh, that's cool. And they turned it on its side and the wings actually came off the cloth and I was like, oh, so you also crocheted? And they're like, I did this all with embroidery stitch. Oh, Jesus. I have unthreaded my needle. I thought it was going to happen sooner than this, but you know. I don't think I'm a fan of the new threaders. might back to my old metal threader that I had. Granted, it's gained a hold. I don't know why I'm holding this in my hand, trying to get in my pincushion. Put the threader through it. Attach the thread to the threader. Come on, thread. Nada. Resolved. Trying to figure out hobby or skill right next year. I think I had a few ideas here and there. Ooh, some of them are practical. What about carving? Carving. Basic knowledge of wood carving. I was young. Part of like survival troop sort of thing. But then I remembered that it wanted to be a skill that I have never attempted. Oh. I know I'm not a good wood carver, but it's something I've attempted before. How about maybe trying Blender? How all that goes. But I might not have access. A while. I might not have my computer until February. Yes, I see you out of the corner of my eye. I recognize that you're unhappy. But frame is right next to my monitor, my camera, the thing, the make you see stuff. I have cleaned that 3 times today. I will clean it a 3rd time, a 4th time in a half an hour. I don't know why you're being so uppity about it this morning. Yeah, I know what it is. You didn't see me clean it either of the 3 times. Finicky little furball. Actually, wanting to try new things is why I started. Here, let me try this. Never done it before. I'm not looking. Be a big following or that. Like to learn. So I tried it. And here I am. Streaming on a regular basis. Lurkers that pop in, or people that talk. So, no, it's fine. I mostly just lurk on people. I go watch them. Granted, no, society more than anything. I feel rude when I send messages, especially when someone's playing a game. Or when there's, you know, like 5 or 10 or 100 other people also chatting and trying to have a conversation, and I'm like, you know what? It's fine. There's more going on here. I need to. And what's more, I have a project. Don't have a good spot for my. Yeah, I know. You're unhappy because you didn't see me clean it. I will clean it when I take my break in half an hour. You're gonna be insistent about. Yeah, hold on. Let me finish. Also, flip-flopping on what I want to do with the interior. That'd be kind of an off-white grayish color, but part of me wants to stitch this all the way down so that it looks like a button-up. I want to use stem stitch. I don't think so. I suggest you Boolean knot or something like that. Buttons on it. Not life of me. Keep those intact. Yeah, you're yelling at me again. Almost done with this row. I think what would really help, I went along on lines that I had a like spot stick all of the long stitches. That's probably yeah, I know. I'm almost done. I've got 2 more stitches. Go clean your cat boxes for a 4th time this morning. All right. I think once a box clean. See it get cleaned as soon as they leave the bathroom. Oh yes, it is now fresh and clean. I can use it again. Okay. Huh, there we go. Here's the last row. I am coming. Oh, it's There. That should appease that cat for the time being. Like the current cat boxes. Break screen, go away. Break screen, go away. So they're not automatic, but they're designed in a way where you roll them upside down. Then roll them back. Catches everything. Everything's solid. A little trap as you roll it. When you roll it back, cat litter back. Cat litter and safe cat box. Honestly, aren't more expensive than buying cat box. Granted, I know some people often like yeah I know some people are just I buy a storage container but with cat litter. Cool. Got a hole in it and I'm like, cool. Brain doesn't allow me to do that because it's called a storage container, not a cat box. Once more doing completely off stream. Not see what I'm doing. Oh no! Mayday. Mayday. I cannot move my hands from the current. That off. Put this back. Turn it back on. Okay. Yeah. The danger of where my camera is currently. Accidentally smacking into it. B, where his elbow is. Triangle. Or I guess it could be whatever your preferred obtuse angle is. I think it's obtuse. I don't remember. Such a long. I haven't had to do math related things in a while. At least not geometry. Dream is. Be able to have a room. Also be Wi-Fi here. This one. Hobby room. Put it up so hopefully doing the hobby on Which would be neat. I mean, it'd be neat to me. Honestly, this whole experience and trying to get this brown thread justifies my a little more space in my. It's fine. Live and learn. Accidentally read it through. Whoop. Please stop doing satin stitch. Basically just satin stitch. Get the jacket done today. Crashed. Again, honestly, I should probably just sit in the chatting category. No, no, no. Raptors is. All right, fantastic. Cool. All right. Cool. All right. Someone out there knows where that's from. Cool. All right. There we go. Boo boo. It's fine. loop back around. Short stick. What I short stick. Cool. It's fine. It's all right. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just have to. Don't worry about it being. Brain is screaming it. No, that went through. Right on the other side, which is not. All right. Here. That's my big. Focusing on just enjoying what I'm doing. I started looking at everything as a goal to build a lot of my enjoyment, my old hobby, video game. Enjoying what I do. Fortunate because I played a lot of games that I liked. Obviously. Just about enjoying what you do, but not playing them because for some reason, like there's no point to this objective. Well, why or when that happened? I used to really enjoy playing healers in MMOs. Just fun to do. At some point, like, point to this. Classes. Yeah, mom. It's okay. Perfect. I have so much extra thread, and now I... Fantastic. And I just stumbled across that place. It's like not even remotely close to where I live. Yeah. Let me move my extra needles somewhere where I'm not going to stab myself with the end of them. It's just what I need. Yeah, there it is. Not again? I did. No. How have I tied a knot this time? Oh, wow. I think... Well... That's a little... frustrating. Have to... God, my washing machine. Trying to take off into the atmosphere. Also, trying to find more knot tying things. Get better at tying it closer to the fabric. One I saw where people are like, "Oh yeah, you just take the thread and you twist it in between your thumb and your index finger, and it ties a knot." And I'm just like, "How? How does that tie a knot?" The mechanics? What? Very little thread that I'm having issues. It is harder for me to tie a knot on purpose than it is an accident. Eh. Oh, I de-threaded my needle. Of course I did. Only thing I don't enjoy about embroidery is threading the needles. Around? Will I have you come here, Moran? Hmm? You've come to be cute? Or are you here trying to be internet famous? No, you want the fan on? Hey, hold on. You have to move out from in front of the fan for me to turn the fan on. There you go. There you go. Of an affection. There you go. Yeah. No, this is sharp and pointy. You can't have it. I saw you eyeballing it. At least I'm not doing schoolwork. Embroidering. At least I'm doing my schoolwork. Your butt is on my thread. Don't chew on that. Do you know how long it took me to get those? Also, don't chew on this. Listen. Yeah, you're adorable, but this string is not for play. Like, put it down. This is mine. Here. And now this is tied in a knot. And it's slobbery too. I wonder why. Joyous. Joyous slobber knot. There we go. See, now that one wasn't my fault. You tied that knot. Spectacular. I'm bad. Wish my knot tying was that good. Maybe I'll do that next year. Get back into knot tying. No. I've done that before. Right. You'll ever. There you go. You're not internet famous. That is the washing machine. You have, in fact, heard that before. As a matter of fact, you hear it quite regularly. All right, I've gone from me practicing embroidering stream. Just here's my cat. I hope that is acceptable. I love and adore you, but this is not playtime. And here comes your sister. Been really chewy lately. Go in and have your teeth looked at. What did you press? Why? What are all these? What did you press? All right. I don't know what the screens were. I'll ignore it and continue on. Oh, fun things to talk about. For some reason, my CPU temps have been high. Figure out why. I have disabled so many programs and so much startup that the only thing I can think of is something wrong with my cooling system. Hope it's not that. Because I don't want to have to take it apart. Fix the cooling system. Well, I messed that up. All right, listen. You piece of bread, I need you to be over just a little bit. I do not thread through you. It's been a little concerning. Idle. This had a pretty decent temperature normally, but recently it got like almost 60 Celsius, which is unusually high for idle on my PC. Behold, I have once more almost tied a knot. Oop. Need to definitely work on this off stream, but I will not be working on it in my stream. $7 hours are for my schoolwork, which is fine. Mid-July, I will be done with all of my schoolwork. I will have my degree and everything will be finished. No, I won't have my degree. I will have finished my classes. I have to wait for them to out my degree, which probably won't be until like August. But that's okay. I won't have to take any more school classes. I will just have to enter the brutal, brutal world of applying for networking jobs. Which honestly isn't bad as it's a lot of different types of network jobs. You wouldn't consider it technically cable installation is a working job. generally any internet or satellite installation is much prefer. Back to my previous work. Essentially an on-call technician for a server. Manage and repair a data center. And you would think I'd have a lot of experience based on, however, company I worked for had policies on what we were and were not allowed to do. Specific types of work were contracted out to a third-party company. Some things that I was not allowed to do. At the end of the day, I was just a glorified part swapper. But yeah, it's still fun. Good knowledge. Good things to learn. Maybe I can find a job and what got me interested in networking, which was the Internet of Things. Internet of Things is fun and vitally important nowadays. You wouldn't really think about it much, but Internet of Things is a vast network of many different types of smart devices to achieve certain results. And smart devices also include your cell phone. But a lot more industries utilize the Internet of Things than you expect. Medical industry utilizes something called the Internet of Medical Things. That includes things like pacemakers, certain newer types of, I forget the term for them. Heart monitors. Getting more and more advanced from there. Even the agriculture industry uses it out of the Internet of Things. Moisture sensors determine when crops need to be watered. Obviously, different types of weather gathering. Oil nutrition levels, things like that. I just thought it was fascinating when I first learned about them. A lot of people, when they hear Internet of Things, they think, oh, smart house. They are not incorrect. Smart houses are. Oh my god. Smart houses are, in fact, a part of the things. A form of internet. Means I'm going to have to rethread this needle. But, you know, I like smart lights. They're cool. I do not like that they're connected to the internet, though. Massive security vulnerability that not to have in my... I mean, I do have some smart lights at the moment, but they're not really network friendly, I should say. Control them with the phone. Not access them if you are not router attached to. I missed a brand. Really not looking forward to the hat. We'll eventually get to it. I think what I might do is once I finish the jacket, instead of working on the shirt, outlining, at least outline the hat. And get it done with. That way, I will be out of brown, or I won't need to use brown anymore. The only thing I have left to really do is him and haw over what type of color I want to use for the shirt and face and hand. Thought about just leaving the hand, just the color, leave it as the fabric color. But I figured that would look pretty terrible. So I'm not going to do that. Out of you. Also realized that making a big cross back to my original side, I should probably just right to left, left to right, right to left to right, so forth. I'm also using the light from my monitor to try and like see through. The fabric so I know where I'm stitching. Not stitching through a particular piece of thread. Or at least attempting to. Yep, I almost did that exact same thing again where I stitched around the hoop instead of through the fabric. Forward cast. There. I think it's because I get so used to having such a long piece of thread that I'm expecting more thread, so I just stop thinking and don't keep track of the fact that I have less thread. Which inevitably ends up causing me to have to rethread again. Thought maybe I should use even more thread. And then I figured that would also be a waste. That is a larger chance for me. That's fine. This new music? Sounds like new music. Oh, it is. I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, I use Lo-Fi Spirit City as my music. Supposed to be. Whatchamacallit. It's free? Maybe not license free. But I shouldn't have any like legal issues. I've also learned that I really don't like taking apart the some projects using less thread. Helpful. Probably get better details out of certain things. Find it really fiddly. More often than not, I'm reading thread by taking it apart. But overall, I think this project has taken me entirely too much time to actually do. I keep waiting for the brown. Kept waiting for the brown. Kept waiting. Like, I will finish off the jacket first. Let me finish off the jacket first. Could have worked on the shirt and the face. Then I could have just, puts around waiting for the brown. Have thoroughly messed up my long and short stitches. Like zoned out, and it's no longer long and short stitches, it's just kind of holes in fabric. Thread through fabric. That's the word that I want. Which again, creating a straight line for my long stitches would have really. Lessons learned. Lessons learned. If I do another project similar to this, do that. practice that new stitch I saw for those leaves. I think I might restart my autumn leaf project. Using the stitch, which is fine. I've only made like 5 of the autumn leaf. But it also gives me the opportunity to start it on a bigger piece of fabric. Which means I'll be able to apply more leaves. So angle in the back of it again, but it's fine. It's on the back. It's not on the front. All okay. I will just pretend like that doesn't exist and continue on stitching. I really wish there was a category just called hobbies. To make my life so much easier. Well, it would make my life easier. It would just appease my brain. I'm pretty sure I turned the sound off on that, but that's okay. I received a message. Everyone now knows. Thank you, phone. Yeah, I have royally messed up my stitching line. There's no longer a long or short stitch there. Try your best to continue. Ooh, I haven't done it in a while. I haven't actually looked into Spirit City. See what all has changed. A bunch of updates and DLCs. It's a nice little time organizer, I guess. Call it. It helps with like study and other things in there. Gamifying your schedule. There we go. I think that's the good way to say it. Ah. Now stitching at an angle. That's okay. Almost down. Red. Well, at least this portion of want point here. Red is not really useful any longer. Switch to just chatting for a little bit. I can hit my 2-hour mark. Mm. Yeah. Opportunity to stitch down that mess up I made. Mm. Actually, I will call it once. Probably for the best. I really need to get started on work. Gotta get responsible. Also, I heard my washing machine a little bit too. Swap over dryer. Instead of just going on an extended break, I'll just end it once I run. Another thing embroidery shows is how impatient. A lot of gaps in the project. I think that can be a pretty good indicator of my impatience. Which, I used to have a lot of patience. And now I don't. Gonna try and work on that again. Or, try and get back to having. Return to my time in my life where I could just sit here for hours, poking a needle through fabric, and not be in a rush to do things. fingers getting tired. Yeah. Acid. Gap up. There we go. That's a small. All right. Now I just try and tie a knot. My weakness. Purposely tying a knot. That is my weakness. I'll give this bare thread. Oh. I've told me that there's a term for all of the extra little thread bits that you left over. I don't remember what it is. How good of a husband I am. No, it's just, it was an offhanded comment and we were both doing something at the time. So I wasn't 100% focused on the conversation. But yeah, progress. Oh. Jacket will probably be done once I finish work later. And then I will continue fighting on what color I want to make the shirt. I'm still deciding whether or not to finish the jacket, start on the shirt, and then move to that. Debating on just finishing the jacket and then moving to the hat because it's brown. But I will have to go outline all. Absolutely terrified of doing because fingers. But yeah, I put off way too much work on this, waiting for bright brown. Well, that's okay. I'm starting it again. Of a ditch of these projects. Move over to that later. Carmen? Yeah. One of the things I wanted to do when I started streaming was try a new hobby or skill every 6 months, and then I realized doing embroidery, wow, 6 months is not a lot of time. So I've decided to make that a yearly thing. A new skill. For the time being, it's like it's start on my college course. I can write a channel if you have anyone in mind. Yeah. All progress is good progress. Well, I mean, depending on what you're doing. Sometimes progress can be counterproductive. I've seen that at work. Okay. Currently. Ah. Dragon Brethren is Altair Yuma. That's a good game. If I spell their name correctly. Long, enjoy the raid.